Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask. It's the weekend, so let's do the whole darn thing. Saturday, June 5th is National Gingerbread Day, National Moonshine Day, National Veggie Burger Day, National Black Bear Day, National Bubbly Day, National Prairie Day, and National Trails Day.
A lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, Sunday, June 6th is D-Day, National Eyewear Day, National Higher Education Day, National Gardening Exercise Day, National Yo-Yo Day, National Drive-In Movie Day, National Applesauce Cake Day, and National Cancer Survivors Day.
I have not been to a drive-in for years.
Yeah, it has been a while. We should probably get out and go to a drive-in. Maybe we could do that one of these days.
That would be fun.
I have a guest coming up this weekend. I have Coach Bill Battle. Going to be chatting with him about his new book. That is on the way in just a bit. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show this weekend.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. A new study claims you can feel 3 years younger in just 8 weeks without taking any drugs. According to the study, you're supposed to eat healthy, get exercise, and sleep more, and that'll reverse your aging process. So, eat healthy. Okay. That's going to be tough. Get exercise. Wow, you guys make it so hard. Sleep more. Are you kidding me?
Sleep more I can do.
Oh, I'd like to try all of those. We should try that. In 8 weeks, they say you'll feel 3 years younger. Boy, I'd feel like
I do agree with that when we are
we should
eating
do it.
better. We should.
A new study published in the Science Advances claims that climate scientists have been overestimating the warming effects of greenhouse gases, a major breakthrough in the climate change narrative. So I've got a link to that story if you're interested, too. It's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At bettercreditcards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. Bettercreditcards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
This is your Brain on Drugs, brought to you by timeforrehab.com. A Florida man threw pizza in his daughter's face, and he got arrested for this. She is 20. She arrived at the door when the police got there with tomato sauce all over her face still. Inside the residence was her father, 41-year-old Tyler Worden. He came home Sunday afternoon to drop off some pizza. She said, "I'm not really feeling well. Can you just come back later?" And he threw pizza at her.
Okay.
He said it struck her in the face, but he thought the door was shut. He was trying to throw the pizza at her door.
At the door.
Wink, wink. Officers noted that he smelled of booze, very much so, and he was slurring his words. He was booked on misdemeanor charges, released with a $500 bond. He works as a chef, by the way, scheduled to be arraigned June 15th. So it doesn't say if he made the pizza.
Right.
I don't know, but they mentioned that he's a chef, so I kind of think that they alluded to the fact that it was his pizza. But either way, don't do that. It's a bad idea. It's what happens when your brain is on drugs.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by channelsurfertv.com. Sad news from last weekend. Love boat captain Gavin McLeod died
I saw
last Saturday at the age of 90. So 90 years young is a
he had
pretty
a
darn
great
good.
life.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And Australian singer Cody Simpson is in the news. He was on 60 Minutes a couple of days back, and he said his relationship with Miley Cyrus was, quote, just one of those phases, end quote. Online, I thought it was funny. They said it's amusing that he told this story on 60 Minutes when their relationship lasted about 60
that
minutes.
long.
Big screen, little screen, brought to you by channelsurfertv.com.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way courtesy of RadioSavings.com. There was a tiger that was wandering around in Houston. Remember that? We talked about that?
Yes.
Well, the tiger's been captured, transported to the Cleveland Armor Ranch in Texas.
Okay.
This happened a while back. When I'm reading my stories, this was on the bottom and I kept not getting to it, so I put it on the top. I said, I got to get to this. General Motors is building a lunar rover to drive astronauts around the moon.
Oh.
That's kind of cool.
Okay.
That'd be a fun project to work on. Guns N' Roses. I grew up listening to Guns N' Roses.
I loved them.
They've announced a U.S. tour with 14 new dates. And online, people are not being very nice because everybody in Guns N' Roses has aged quite a bit.
Well, you know what? Who hasn't?
Exactly. That's the thing. I think it's cool that they're going to go out. CDC is warning that birds can carry dangerous germs, quote, even if they look healthy and clean. So saying, if you see a bird,
don't lick it.
Yeah, don't put him in your mouth. Or I don't know what people are doing where they're snuggling with birds. I've never been close enough to a bird for that to happen.
Me neither.
You walk towards a bird, they typically run
They
away.
usually leave,
Or
yeah.
is it just me? Maybe I'm just really terrifying to birds.
Wow.
A California man had to be rescued. This would be so embarrassing. He was parachuting out of an airplane, right?
Okay.
And he got tangled up in power lines.
Okay.
He's lucky he didn't die, because that could have been really bad.
Yeah, being embarrassed is the least of his
But
concerns.
can you imagine just hanging there? You're like, hey, that was really cool. Like the first 5 minutes of what you did, and then this last 45 minutes where you're just dangling there from those power lines.
Yeah, that would be pretty
Not
embarrassing.
nearly as cool. So, and I think I got time for one more. While men still dominate backyard cooking, according to this survey, 30% of the grilling duties are shared by both husband and wife. But they say men still wield the tongs 48% of the time. Heidi, how do you think that breaks down in our household? Who grills more, you or me?
I think we both grill equally.
I think I grill a little more than you
I
do.
don't think you do.
I don't know. It's got to be pretty close.
Who grilled last night?
I think that was you.
And the night before.
That was also you. Okay, maybe you're right. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you pack out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Thank you so much for listening to the John and Heidi Show. Super excited to visit with Coach Battle, Mr. Bill Battle. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing great, thank you. I hope you are.
I am as well. And you've got this new book, The Master's Plan, My Guide to a Successful Life and Career. How long did it take to put this book together? It looks like one heck of a nice book.
I thought I was going to be able to do it in the summer, but it actually took 2 years. So
Wow.
I wrote it out longhand, but there were times that I had to not work on it for weeks or even months. So anyway, it went over time, and I did get it written. I kind of thought I was one of the inventors of cut and paste, because way back I've always written longhand, and then I would see something that needed a paragraph that needed to go somewhere else, and I'd take scissors and scotch tape and move it around some. So anyway, I did that way before I even had a computer. So
That's really cool.
So anyway, it finally got done, and appreciate Whitman Publishing taking it up.
Now, tell me a little bit about the name, The Master's Plan. Where did you come up with that?
I never wanted to be an athletic director, even when I was coaching, and Mary and I were really comfortable in semi-retirement in Atlanta in 2013, and one day I got the call to come back to Alabama, and I decided in a week's time that I would take the job. I was going to tell them no, and then I decided that if I didn't do this, go back to be the athletic director at Alabama, where my former teammate Mal Moore had taken ill suddenly. So there was a void there, and they asked me to come back and be the AD. And anyway, I was about to tell them no, and then I decided I'd regret it for the rest of my life if I didn't do it, and I would have, and I'm really glad I did. So we made a decision, life-changing decision, to leave semi-retirement in Atlanta and be committed to 4 years at Alabama as the AD. So I immediately stayed in Tuscaloosa and left Mary to figure out about selling the house, and we were in a dream house in a great neighborhood, but anyway, I was one weekend I had gone from Tuscaloosa to Atlanta, and I was driving back to Tuscaloosa, and phone rang, and Leroy Mullins, who was an assistant trainer when I was coaching at Tennessee, left Tennessee to go be the head trainer at Ole Miss, called me on the phone. I don't think I talked to him, and since he left to go to Ole Miss. And so anyway, Leroy said, "Coach, I'm so glad you're going to be working with young people." And I said, "Well, Leroy, that wasn't in my master plan." And he said, "Well, it was in the master's plan." And when I thought about it, I know and feel very strongly that there was divine intervention in me going back to Alabama.
Absolutely.
And there was divine intervention and a lot of things that happened after I went to Alabama. And as I looked at it, with all the places that I was in and all the different ways that going to one place or meeting one person changed my life, and I thought it was too complex to be coincidence. So I strongly believe that there is a plan, and you have to be alert for it, and you have to reach out and grab it when it comes. But anyway, that's the genesis of how the book was named. And what I tried to do was go through each phase of my life, and then at the end, come up with a list of lessons learned from the experience of that particular place and time in my life.
I love that. Again, the book is called The Master's Plan. Our guest today has been Coach Bill Battle. The Master's Plan, available now. I'll throw a link to it so you can find it. That's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
This is really a sad fact, actually. Nutmeg can be fatally poisonous.
Really?
Yeah, a little dash of nutmeg in pumpkin pie or on your eggnog can give an extra flavor, a lovely scent as well. Too much nutmeg can, however, be toxic. 2 to 3 teaspoons of raw nutmeg will induce hallucinations, convulsions,
Really?
pain, and nausea and paranoia. It can last for several days, and there are cases of fatalities. They're rare, but it has happened.
I have
from
never
too much
heard that before in
nutmeg.
my life.
I'm glad that I shared this before, we get to that whole pumpkin spice season.
Wow.
So, yeah, be careful on the whole nutmeg stuff. That's your fun fact for today. Now you know. Thanks for listening to The John and Heidi Show.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At bettercreditcards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. Bettercreditcards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Now, RadioTravelGroup.com presents a news headline from somewhere in this world. Dateline China. China is easing their 2-child per family birth policy in an effort to combat their population that's aging. So their population is aging and they're not reproducing at the same rate. So they're going, hey, we need to do something about this. So, it's, I've never been a big fan of the government telling me what I can and can't do when it comes to that kind of thing. But I don't know.
When
it's
it comes to
interesting.
anything.
Yeah,
Leave
there's
me
some
alone.
things. There's some things that I'm like, yeah, you should tell me I can't go 200 miles an hour down a side street.
Why should they need to tell you? You should have that common sense.
I should, but I probably don't. This is a news headline from somewhere in this world.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. A woman who was missing for 3 weeks was rescued from a storm drain. She found herself in another underground tunnel system, though, in Texas over the weekend. 43-year-old Lindsay Kennedy climbed out of a 6-foot drain pipe Saturday night, was taken to the hospital. She'd been checked into rehabilitation in Texas when she wandered off. Was last seen in the area in the suburbs of Grand Prairie, Arlington. A friend told the news outlet that they spotted her. When they approached her, she slipped into a nearby storm drain.
What?
Her family tracked her using an app on her cell phone, noted her location. As a precaution, her loved ones dropped bags of food down, Gatorade as well, in nearby manholes. What? In March, she was pulled out of a storm drain while naked in Florida. Was missing for 3 weeks. Authorities told her that she became trapped in a tunnel system while swimming in a canal near her boyfriend's home. So I don't know if she's down there on purpose now.
Right?
That just seems really bizarre, which is why it's today's Weird News, brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
John and Heidi.
Now your moment of duh, brought to you by RadioSavings.com. I feel so bad for this dude because I can imagine how this would happen. A member of Canada's Parliament apologized profusely after he was spotted urinating during a House Commons meeting.
Oh.
Now, in all fairness, he wasn't in like a political office somewhere. He was in his own home,
Right.
on Zoom.
On Zoom.
Someone participating in the meeting spotted
Yikes.
Mr. William Amos, a member of the party there in Quebec, urinating, even though the lawmaker was apparently not on the primary screen at the time. They didn't realize. I don't think he realized he was
Right.
even still on the camera. He said, I urinated without realizing it was on camera.
Oh,
Let's see.
my gosh, how
While
embarrassing.
accidental and not visible to the public, this was unacceptable, and I apologize unreservedly. The proceeds are streamed online to the world because the pandemic. Active speakers are the only ones shown on the screen, though. So he was captured in the nude during another House Commons meeting back in April. He said he would
This
temporarily relinquish his committee duties. So here's the thing. Maybe you put a piece of tape over that camera until you know
for sure.
until you know you want to use it. It's probably a good plan. Moment of Duh, brought to you by RadioSavings.com.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you peck out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Time now for Is It a Golf Course or Is It a Rehab Center? Brought to you by TimeForRehab.com. Heidi, tell me, is this a golf course or a rehab center? Here we go.
All right.
The Villages, Irving, Texas. Is it a golf course or is it a rehab center?
It's a golf course.
The Villages is... Sorry, it's a rehab center. Yeah, the Villages. I think you might be thinking of the one in Florida. It's like a big retirement community.
Yeah.
But this Villages in Irving, Texas is, in fact, a rehab center. There we go. That's how we play. Is it a golf course or is it a rehab center? Brought to you by TimeForRehab.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. Comes your way courtesy of bettercreditcards.com. This, I think, is a pretty cool story right now. Here's a headline. Woman receives unexpected call after losing a laptop on a London train. So a businesswoman in the UK had a laptop on the train. She lost it. She wrote an appreciation post, though, on her computer when it was returned by a stranger. Daisy Morris went to LinkedIn to narrate the incident and thank the man who returned the lost laptop. Here's what she says. This morning, I got off the tube. I walked halfway up the platform and realized my rucksack with my laptop was still on the tube, and it had just left the platform. My entire business is run on that laptop. I said a few explicit words and then cried for a bit and ran to the train conductor who told me he couldn't get through to lost property, and he gave me a form and told me it might take up to 7 days to hear back.
Right.
10 minutes later, I was ready to head to Oxford Circus to get a new laptop because I can't do my job without it. As I went to the next tube, I got a call from a guy who said, hey, if your name is Daisy, I think I have your laptop. He found my LinkedIn profile and connected with her that way somehow. I don't know exactly how all that happened. So it says, a couple things occurred to me. She said, humans are incredibly nice, or can be. Mm-hmm. She said, I thanked God I optimized my LinkedIn profile, which sounds like a commercial for LinkedIn. And 3, clearly I need to pay more attention to my surroundings. And 4, we need more people like Nahid in the world.
Very cool.
So this is really a cool story. And there's text messages and all this stuff. I've got a link to it if you want to read all the details. How cool is that?
That's pretty great.
Can you even imagine?
I think it is so wonderful when people do the right thing.
Oh, yes. And here's the thing. Every single day, we have opportunities to take the right decision and make the right decision, or take the path of the wrong decision and do that. Make the right choice, please. Don't make the wrong, because he could have said, "Ooh, I'm going to cash this in."
Look at that laptop.
Don't do that. Don't. Yeah, I'm glad this dude
that was pretty cool.
Rock star. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show this weekend.